Hi guys, it's Ashley. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my end of the year / what I got for Christmas book haul. I have a lot of books to talk about, so let's get started. Up first, I have The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. This is the companion novel to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which I read it this year and loved. I did a whole reading vlog. It's basically dedicated to it. I'll leave it linked down below if you would like to see me fangirl and hear my thoughts. Then I have Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Renegades trilogy. I read Renegades this year as well. Loved it so much. Been busy. Need to get to this one. Then I have What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. This was one of my most anticipated books of the year. In this book, we follow Arthur and Ben, and they have a meet cute at a post office, and the story takes off from there. Unfortunately, I didn't like this book at all. I'm still debating whether or not I should sell it or get rid of it. It hurts me because I love Becky Albertalli and I love Adam Silvera's. Two books that I read, History Is All You Left Me, and they both died at the end, so I was expecting so much from this. Just didn't deliver. Then we have The Shadowhunter Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis. This is the textbook that all Shadowhunters get when they start their training. And I mean, just look at how gorgeous this book is naked. I'm debating whether I should display it naked or not. And I'm obsessed with the Shadowhunter world. Like, I go on the Shadowhunter wiki page and I look up different people's ancestors and read about them and different events that have been referenced in the novels. Then I got the paperback for Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, which is book 1 in the Dark Artifices. I know I already have this in hardcover, but I'm obsessed with the spines for all of Cassandra Clare's paperbacks. I prefer to have them in paperback because of their spine. And this was only $4 because I got it online at Barnes & Noble's with a membership. So it was only $4. So I know I shouldn't have got it. But you can't beat $4 for a Cassandra Clare book. Then I also picked up Lord of Shadows, which is book 2 in the Dark Artifices. And I have read both of these. And you'll hear my thoughts coming soon in my end of the year wrap-up videos. Then, guys, Cassandra Clare came to Raleigh on her Queen of Air and Darkness tour. I remember when she put up the dates, I was like, Cassandra Clare is never coming here. She hasn't come to North Carolina before, in my knowledge. And I clicked on the link, and she was coming to Raleigh, 19 minutes from my house. So you know your girl had to pre-order Queen of Air and Darkness so that I could go to the event. And I'm not going to be able to find it. It was just an amazing moment in my life. It is signed for Ashley, Cassandra Clare. I got to talk to her. I got to thank her for getting me back into reading. It was just such a beautiful moment. It was the best moment of this year, and I am so thankful that she decided to come down here on tour. So I picked that up in order to go, and because I pre-ordered it, I was able to get the Classics Reimagined in the World of the Shadowhunters by Cassandra Clare with artwork by Cassandra Jean. And I mean, look at this gorgeous artwork. It's basically classic fairy tales drawn with Shadowhunter characters. And it's just so gorgeous. And on the back of the book it says, one must always be careful of books and what is inside them, for words have the power to change us, which is from A Clockwork from Clockwork Angel. I always want to say a Clockwork Angel. It's not going to stay up, is it? And while we were at the event, we got a chapter sampler for the Red Scrolls of Magic, as well as a Shadow Hunter Army pen, but I really don't know where that went. The host for Cassandra Clare's stop here for her Queen of Air and Darkness tour was Carrie Ryan, who is the author of Daughter of Deep Silence. So I picked up her book because I read it a couple of weeks before the event and enjoyed it. And she also signed it as well, and it says, "For Ashley, be yourself, Carrie Ryan." So I am so excited to have it signed as well. I also picked up the Mortal Instruments, the graphic novel, story by Cassandra Clare with artwork by Cassandra Jean. I have the first one. You know I had to get this one. I'm going to actually put it with the first one because I'm running out of room to display these. Okay. Next I have It's Not Like It's a Secret by Misha Shawara. I butchered that. And this is about a girl named Hasana who is struggling to come to terms and be honest about who she really is. And that is brought on when she meets the beautiful Jamie Ramirez. Okay. So, it's LGBT. You know I'm obsessed with LGBT. Had to pick it up. Next, I have When She Woke by Hillary Jordan. I'm just going to read the back because that's what drew me in. It says, Bellwether Prize winner Hillary Jordan's provocative new novel is the fiercely imagined story of a woman struggling to navigate an America of a not-too-distant future where the line between church and state has been eradicated and convicted felons are no longer imprisoned and rehabilitated but chromed. Their skin color is genetically altered to match the class of their crime and then released back into the population to survive as best they can. Hannah is a red. Her crime is murder. And to me, it kind of had the vibe of like The Handmaid's Tale. So I decided to pick it up because I have problems with Margaret Atwood. I don't really want to read her stuff. Then we have Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. This is about a girl named Emily who depends on her best friend Salone to have her out and experiencing the world, and then one day Salone just disappears and there is a list she leaves behind for Emily to complete before she comes back. And Morgan Matson is like the queen of YA, like contemporaries, so I thought time to pick up some of her work. Then we have Unwind by Neil Shusterman. This is a society where parents can choose to have their kids unwound and to sell their parts off to other people. And I think our three main characters are about to be unwound. And so they're running for their lives. Then we have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is about two magicians who are in the battle to the death, and I think they fall in love at the same time. This is very hyped and very beloved on BookTube, so I thought why not pick it up, especially when I found it at a used bookstore in perfect condition for $1. Then we have A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is about 4 college classmates and their lives as they experience ups and downs, struggle with addiction, and the one friend Jude who holds them all together. And I love this show that used to come on called Queer as Folk, and I'm hoping that this gives me Queer as Folk vibes because I've just recently become re-obsessed with Queer as Folk. Now, the last books before we get to the unwrapping are the Newsflesh trilogy by Mira Grant, which is a pen name for Shawnee McGuire. I love the Everheart Adoreway series, and so I want to read more Shawnee McGuire in the new year. So I thought, why not pick this up? especially because the trilogy as a whole seems to have really high marks on Goodreads. The first book is Feed. The second book is Deadline. And the third book is Blackout. And this is a world where we have gotten rid of cancer and the common cold, but now there is a infestation spreading through the U.S. that is turning people into zombies, and our main character, Georgia, is a zombie hunter. Okay, so now we are at the unwrapping portion of the video. I know what these books are, but my mom decided to wrap them, so I don't know exactly which one I'm gonna do first. Let's unwrap. Let's see. Okay, we have To Be Honest by Maggie Ann Martin. Oh, I hope that doesn't mess up my cover. But we have To Be Honest by Maggie Ann Martin. And I love that the tagline is newsflash, fat is not a bad word. But this is about a girl named Savannah who is fat and proud, and she loves herself, but her mom has recently been on like a Biggest Loser-esque type show, and she's obsessed with getting Savannah thin. And then she meets a boy with his own problems and dark secrets, and they fall in love. And I've been looking for a empowering plus size story since I first read Dumpling, so I'm hoping that this will be it. Move on to the next present. What is this? I'm trying to see how big it is. I think it might be Dread Nation by Justina Iron. We'll see. I was right. It is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. This is an alt history retelling of the Revolution. And I tried to read this at the beginning of the year, but I was in a slump. But it has one of the best opening lines I have ever read, and it has made me obsessed with getting this book and reading it. It says, "The day I came squealing and squalling into the world was the first time someone tried to kill me." So I am so excited. Plus I heard, even though it's not expressly stated, because at the time they did not have a name for it, but the main character is supposed to be Ace, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I just need to pick this book up. Next book. Let's see what this is. What are you? What are you? Oh, God. Anger is a Gift by Mark O'Shiro. Last book. I know what this is. Hey! It is True Letters from a Fictional Life by Kenneth Logan. So this is about a guy struggling with his sexuality, and he takes solace in writing letters to people in the town, and he knows they're never going to get these letters. And I've had my eye on this for like a whole entire year. I'm so excited to have it. So those are all the books that I have bought since October, and the books I got for Christmas. I would pick them up and try to do a thumbnail, but that's stupid. There's like 20 plus books here. So I'm just going to hold up this one and say, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to, you can subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified when I upload new content. And until we meet again, happy reading.